What's up guys, it's Solo here, and today I wanted to teach you guys a few things about items. Now, item play in Smash is kind of niche in a way because items are not part of the core game. We don't use them in competitive. However, there are multiple characters and they are really difficult matchups sometimes that do use items, such as, for example, Rob or Diddy Kong. So even if you're not playing an item character, which I have a Diddy Kong secondary, but I learned how to play items long before that so that I could deal with them more easily in matchups like Diddy Kong and Rob. It's very important to learn this kind of thing, even if you don't play an item character. Alright, so now that I have the gyro, let me show you a few things, okay? One of the less obvious things with items that is good to know is there's two kinds of throwing items. There's the normal throw, which throws it kind of slow, and then there's also smash throwing, which is going to throw it much faster, it's going to do more damage, and have more knockback. The way controls work for smash throws versus normal throws is actually the same as doing a tilt attack versus a smash attack, where if you do a light input where you're just holding the direction, you'll get a tilt, but if you smash both buttons at the same time, you mash the button and the analog stick, you will get a smash attack. The same is true here with items, where if you just hit A without touching the analog stick, or you lightly press it, you'll get that soft throw. But if you want to do a smash throw, you have to hit A and the direction you want to throw at the same time. And the way you can see that you did get a smash throw is through this shine animation that appears right here. If that shine appears, that means that your throw was a smash throw. And also for things like Diddy Kong's banana, it will actually have more hit stun as well, which is kind of a big deal for some combos. Now, items can be caught with any normal. For gyro, it's kind of annoying. You have to get pretty close to it to get it, but you can catch it with any of your grounded moves, and it's going to depend on what the range of your grounded move is. In terms of the range you have to catch it, you have to be able to hit it in order to grab it, and some characters with disjoints, you got to be a little bit closer than that. So I can also pick it up here with a dash attack. The same is true for the air. If you use an aerial when you're near an item, you will pick it up. So if you use an aerial when you're near an item, you'll pick it up just the same as if you're using a normal on the ground. Now there is another way to pick up items that not a lot of people know about. It's a little bit more niche, and that is Z catching. If you tap the Z or whatever you have set to grab button as you contact an item in the air, and basically there's a different size grab box for every character, you will grab the item without air dodging, which is kind of a big deal. So I can do this on the ground here, and I can Z catch. So it's kind of hard to show with gyro because gyro disappears pretty quickly after it hits the ground, and if I throw it up, it goes very, very high. So I'm just going to spawn in an item real quick. So I'm just going to spawn in a few banana peels to use. So the cool thing about banana peel is they will actually bounce off your opponent and set up for a Z catch really nicely, so I can show you pretty easily here. There we go. As you can see, I caught the item by tapping Z, and I did not air dodge. Of course, you can air dodge to catch items as well, which is another way, as well as landing with aerials. Now, being able to land with aerials allows you to do some pretty cool combo stuff like that. So that's really important to know as well. So going back over what we talked about, there's Z catching, aerial catching, grounded normal catching, and air dodge catching. And all of these are going to be very important to understand if you want to counterplay characters with items, because you can actually catch items straight out of the air when they throw them at you and completely disrupt their game plan. Now, another thing that makes Z catching incredibly important is there's these ledge traps that characters like Rob and Diddy like to do, right? Where they put their item with the active hitbox on the ledge. And the reason they put gyro on ledge like this is because it covers a lot of options, right? If you jump, you might get hit by it, but they can, of course, cover jump. But there's also the fact that if you neutral get up into it, it'll hit you and they can actually start a combo off that, especially Diddy, where it will trip you if you get up into it, which he can do whatever he wants out of. Now, a really nice counterplay for this for characters like Ike and Diddy, not every character can do this, but if your character has a really good Z catch range, you can actually jump from ledge and Z catch immediately by just tapping the Z button very briefly on your jump. So if you hit Z as you jump, you'll see I did not air dodge, but I did catch the gyro on the way up. And this is incredibly nice to get around that ledge trap, get the gyro out of their hands, and to get it into your hands so that you can start doing cool stuff. Now, it is, of course, easier to show you with a banana, but this will work with every item, just not every character. You can grab the banana. You can, of course, also grab the banana and then instantly toss it down and start a combo, etc., etc. Now, one more cool thing that you can do is you can actually drop an item by tapping Z the same way that you would do a Z catch. And this allows you to drop an item and then immediately catch it again with an aerial. This is a lot easier than it looks, especially with gyro, because gyro does not fall very quickly. All you gotta do is tap Z to drop the item and then immediately do your aerial after. And it depends on the character how easy this is. With Ike, it is particularly easy because his fall speed matches the gyro really nicely. So you have a pretty big window to hit it. Some characters it's going to be a lot tighter because they might be fast fallers and things like that. And they will get out of aerial catch range pretty quickly. Now Ike has huge aerials, so of course his aerial catch range is going to be really big, which makes a pretty big difference. Now the reason I have Rob here instead of Diddy is he is awesome to show off some really cool combos. So let me show you some of the Rob combos that I've labbed out in the past. So if you land this Z drop nair, you can just sort of go crazy. You can get crazy combos that aren't even that hard to do. So let me try a couple times and see if I can get some cool combos here to show off to you guys. So yeah, you can do a gyro throw and then immediately do an aerial with like no lag whatsoever. But also if I use Z catch here, I can go like that. And I can get, that is a 46% combo. That's pretty easy. And like, I did not spend any time here planning that combo out. That is just me doing what comes to me. There's actually way better combos you can get as well, because landing up air is also an option, and it can combo really nicely. And another cool thing about gyro combos is gyro doesn't ever disappear when throwing it at your opponent, unlike banana, which only has 2 uses, which means that you can just keep combos going forever. It's amazing. Like right there, that was maybe not true, but it did 59%, which is pretty crazy. And everything up until the last hit was true. It's also possible to do cool drag-off combos like this. Stuff like that, right? Where you can bring people all the way to the edge and kill them like that. Gyro combos are very cool, and they will make the Raw matchup a lot more fun at the very least, right? That was true, did 45%, and killed him off stage. It is also, of course, possible to get kill combos out of this, especially at higher percents. Stuff like that, right? Which didn't kill in that case, but if we up the damage just a little bit, it can become possible to do some really cool stuff like that. And of course, if you start out with a throw, you can get an air out of that and do stuff like this. Bam. As you can see, he dies, I live, and it's pretty sick. Bam. As you can see, he dies, I live easily, and it looks pretty awesome. So yeah, if you learn these few things, Z catching, aerial catching, catching with grounded moves, etc., it's going to make these matchups so much easier. One good thing to know is with moves like Ike dash attack, you can actually catch the item and still get your hitbox out. And also, with characters like Rob and Diddy, they can only have one gyro or banana at a time. So if you learn to play the game while you have the gyro in your hand, not only are you putting pressure on and threatening a really huge combo, you're also denying them the gyro. And gyro is such a huge part of characters like Rob and Diddy's game plan that denying it to them and threatening them with it can absolutely turn the tides of your matches. And that makes it completely worth practicing. Now, if you main an item character like Diddy Kong, there's all sorts of really amazing things you can do to extend your combos with your item. And Diddy actually gets to pull his own item, which is Banana, which is absolutely incredible. And you can get some crazy combos by combining the things we were talking about. Like right there, there's 33%, not bad. But here's like a really cool optimal combo you can do. Shoutouts to, I think it was Dakpo who labbed this one out originally. I practiced it a fair bit. And the important thing about this combo here is that you actually have to smash throw the banana to get enough hit stun for it to work. So because of that, it's very important to actually understand these things about items. This combo involves catching the banana with your aerial twice in a row, and then making sure you smash throw into some of Diddy's more broken, damaging moves. There we go. And that can show up as true on the combo counter. I didn't quite get the true version, but 71% right there just from learning some basic item stuff. You can also do some pretty cool 0 to death stuff with Diddy that is completely worth learning. And you can incorporate Z drops into your combos as well, which can be really good for finding kills. So one cool thing about Z dropping is you can actually do things like drop the banana onto your opponent. And of course you can do this when playing against Diddy Kong as well, and then continue pressure that way. So if I Z drop and then I do a back air, I can actually get a ton off that as well. And I can use it to extend combos too. Like say if I get a dash attack where I grab banana, I can do Z drop banana into down air and it can be true and kill, which is pretty amazing. So there's sort of the basics of item play, and it's very much worth learning. Let's go over everything real quick. So there's Z catching. If you hit Z too early or too late on this one, you will still catch the banana, but you'll get an air dodge instead of just grabbing it, which will limit what you can do and allow your opponent to catch you. So it's very important to learn how to properly Z catch, and it'll make it faster to get banana with characters like Diddy. And then of course, grabbing banana with grounded moves, grabbing it with aerials, Z dropping, and then learning how to Z drop and then do aerials immediately after the Z drop is going to help a lot as well. I actually rebound. I have 2 left shoulder buttons on a Pro controller, and I rebound ZL, so that would be the actual trigger, to grab to make this a little bit easier on myself. So I'm not doing everything with my right hand. So that's pretty good to learn as well. So yeah, just learning item play like this is going to be absolutely huge if you are playing in a matchup where it's relevant. And since there's a few of those matchups in this game, I think it's absolutely worth learning. So if this is helpful to you, I wanted to let you guys know that you can support me and help me get more videos like this out by becoming one of my patrons. You'll see a list of my patrons on screen right now. That could be you. I actually offer coaching sessions included for patrons over $20 a month. That'll be an hour of one-on-one coaching, you and me, in a Discord call that gets recorded and put on my second channel. But also, you just help me get more of these videos out because I'm actually a professional video editor. I do this for a living, and every video I make for you guys is one that I do not make for a client. And so basically, I'm taking a loss whenever I make these, but I love doing it. It's so much fun, and I really like the response I get from the community. So if you want me to keep being able to make videos like this sustainably, then Patreon is a huge way you can help me do that. And of course, if you want to support me for free, subscribing, liking, commenting, all of that helps enormously. The algorithm has been incredibly kind to me lately, and I want to say thank you. So thank you for your interactions. It has helped me a ton. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video. Love ya. Bye.